his people. And Malcolm, almost like he knew what was in store for him, he just had it inside of him a very deep love for his people, and he wanted to know as much of history of Africans and Black Americans here, because one day he wanted to be able to share all that he would learn. And I think with the question, however, you asked was
basically, when he came back from his pilgrimage to Mecca, he had a different outlook. For example, when we were talking earlier, we talked about how he was very hostile toward whites in his black nationalist period.
Right.
And the beauty of Malcolm was how he kept growing and changing.
Yes.
From when he was a hustler and a pimp in Harlem,
Right.
and in Detroit, he was known as Detroit Red, you know, and he was imprisoned for 9 years, during which he he studied hard, became a Muslim, copied every word in the dictionary, became very, very articulate,
Right.
and well-read. And when he came out, that's how he became so popular so right away, because he was so well-spoken and so able to capture an audience.
Right, and that's why the U.S. government began to see him as a threat, because Malcolm's name went out all over, and of course Malcolm did actually go to Africa, to about 11 countries, I think.
Right,
And he
Tanzania,
met
Ghana,
all the-
Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
He met all the most progressive leaders of
Right,
Africa.
he met heads of state, yeah,
Right. Uh-huh.
right.
And
He even met Castro in Cuba.
Yes,
Right.
yes, he did. And he, the name Vicky Garvin, I hope, is familiar to people. She is almost like a woman, Malcolm X, but she perhaps is not so well known because she lives so much of her life in Africa. And in 1964, when Malcolm went to Ghana, she's the one who introduced Malcolm to the international community. And people were very, very impressed, especially the Chinese ambassador. And the Chinese ambassador practically begged Malcolm, please come to China. They have not met many black leaders in China.
Right.
But Malcolm felt he couldn't because he had so many commitments he had already made. And so he asked if Vicky Garvin could go to China for
Right.
him. And she did. And at first, Vicky didn't know how long she would stay, but she said, okay, she would go for Malcolm. And she went there, and people thought, oh, she may stay a week or two. She stayed 10 years.
Wow.
Yes.
In the People's Republic of China.
Yes.
During what period? What, in the 70s?
In the 60s and 70s.
60s and 70s.
Yes.
All
And
right.
It's sad that some, activists don't know her name because I think she did so much of her work in Africa.
Oh, all right.
In the Middle East.
Well,
She
perhaps
died in Queens, in New York, but she was quite old then, and it's sad that people are not aware, and I hope someone like you, as you've been teaching all of us, will teach not just black people, but everybody about the life of Vicky Garvin, too.
Yes, well, I'll have to do some research. I'll have to take that
there
on.
hasn't been enough about her.
Right, yeah,
Yes.
she sounds fascinating.
Oh, yes.
But getting back to Malcolm, and I also want to invite our viewers to call in if they have a question to 621-4473, our live line. And we're speaking with Yuri Kochiyama, who was also, by the way, present when Malcolm X was assassinated in the Audubon Ballroom February 21st, I believe, 1965.
Right.
And Yuri was rushed to him and literally cradled his head in her lap as he was dying. And he was a tremendous loss to our struggle. And it's interesting that China wanted Malcolm to come because eventually the Black Panther Party members went. A delegation, Huey and Emory Douglas and Huey Newton and some others were received by Zhou Enlai in China. And that was quite an event.
Yes.
But of course, the Black Panther Party was Malcolm X all the way, taking him.
I think every black organization, was influenced by Malcolm.
We were very much influenced.
Whether it was, was it a SNCC or what's the other group, same time as SNCC?
What was Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, and
there was even RAM,
Revolutionary Action Movement,
which
right?
is Muhammad Ahmed's group. And actually, Malcolm was a part of it, but they couldn't let anyone know. I mean, the FBI, CIA were just trailing Malcolm everywhere. You know.
Because Malcolm was not a capitalist. He said, "You show me a capitalist, I'll show you a bloodsucker."
Right. Yes. And although the white press was very, very unkind to Malcolm, Malcolm said, I am an extremist, and I am not ashamed of it.
Right.
The conditions that my people suffered were
extreme.
Were
extreme
very,
poverty, racism. Yes.
Right. That
exploitation.
Yes.
I remember.
And so that moderate medicine could not cure American racism. And
yes,
I mean,
you couldn't cure extremism with moderate medicine, right?
Right. And I like the way he always made these quotes. One was, if cat had kittens in the oven, they would not be biscuits. And he would follow it up with, I was born in America, but I'm not an American. I am a victim of America. And he was very clear, and that's why, as a leader at that time, he was different from the